It's innings break in the game between Chennai and Mumbai. If you're watching us on our Facebook page, do send in your questions. I'll try and put those questions to our two analysts in Ajit Agarkar and Shaun Tait. Here's a quick look of what's happened up until now. It was a good start for Mumbai, but they've only reached 155 for 4. I say only because you can see that 67 for Rohit Sharma. But the star there with the ball was Michelle Santner with 2 wickets, giving away just 13 runs in his 4 overs. That's an economy of 3.25. I'll start with that. That is gold dust, Ajit. That's sort of a bowling performance.
Yeah, good conditions to bowl as well. I mean, I don't know how much dew there is. We'll probably find out a bit more. But if there was, and if the ball's still spinning, tells you it's not a good pitch. So, but good performance, especially coming in a tough game. Got a left-hander out as well. Evan Lewis was the one who mistimed. So, no, great performance. Anytime you give 13 runs in any T20 game, whether you're a seamer or a spinner, that's a hell of a performance.
I'm just talking about the ball gripping, as he's saying. We saw it with Santner doing that, but the spinners that came on before that, do you think the ball was newer at the time? Which is
a little bit. Yeah? A little bit, possibly. I think it just suits Santner's bowling. Like a good replacement sort of for Jadeja. And he just bowled good lengths as well. And obviously the pitch worked for him. So, really good performance. I thought Rohit Sharma played, considering the conditions, I thought his innings was pretty good.
I'm just going back with the way the pitch was behaving. As you're saying, it was gripping. Deepak Chahar not having a great day with the ball today, going for 12 and over. Maybe today was a chance you could have given Kedar Jadhav a bowl. You bring him on in certain conditions.
Maybe they didn't need to though. I mean, they had enough. Tahir, Santner himself.
Those guys had a good game. Just Deepak Chahar wasn't.
Yeah, I think he went for a few at the start. I think came and bowled a pretty good last over or 19th over or whatever he did. So, yeah, I mean, there are bound to be some games where you're going to go for runs. Rohit played some good drives at the start, so did Decock. Maybe later on realized slower ball was the way to go. I think he bowled quite a few of those in that. That's the advantage. I mean, yesterday we were talking about don't bowl too many slow balls. But this is a pitch and a ground where you can perhaps experiment with it a bit more than some of the other venues. Much bigger ground, you have to hit a good shot to actually clear the fence. Otherwise, there's always a chance of getting out, which the batsmen are mindful of as well. So, I think Chennai pulled them back really well after the start, especially once Rohit gets going. It doesn't happen often that Mumbai end up getting only 155, and that's what they got 17 of that last over. 138 after 19. So. That's a good effort. I think Chennai will take that. I meant the pitch grip. It's still not a bad pitch like the first one we saw against RCB. But there's a little bit of help. And what I meant was if there is dew and it's still gripping, it'll be good for Mumbai. If it doesn't grip as much, then this 155 might not be such a big chase.
Yeah, because Ajit talks about how their start was, how is it that they lost their way after that. Yes, the 17 runs coming at that end over. Look at the way the runs came for Mumbai Indians. This is just the phase-wise innings, and if you see, it had a good run rate to begin with in the power play, and it was 17 to 15. They found it very tough there. At the end, you can see a run rate of 10, but that's basically, as I'm saying, boils down to that last over. That 7 to 15, I'm going to go back to Shaun just talking about that particular bit. I'm talking about Santner, just talking about Santner here. Bowling to Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma is the set batsman at the time, played Harbhajan Singh rather well, the spinners, and he comes a spinner with a set batsman, and I'm in a bit of bother at that time.
Yeah, he was. I thought if you watch some of the other guys, the way they played Santner compared to Rohit, I still think Rohit did a better job. I mean, he's quality. Yeah. That's the thing. He is a class above, and good quality. Even when Hardik first came out, he didn't really have too much of an idea. A lot of playing missing, and fair enough. It was a good wicket to bowl Santner on. But the way Rohit played him, I thought was pretty good. So you've got to give Rohit a little bit of credit, I think, for sticking it out and obviously he had to pick the times he came out of his crease to play a big shot, because if he got out, they would have been in real trouble. Okay,
at the end I see 155 for 4. Usually in a T20 game you want to go the whole hog. You got Pollard and Hardik in at that time. Was it tough for them to get the runs, or do you think the onslaught came a bit late?
No, I think it's good bowling. I think used the conditions well, trusted the Yorkers, and even though Bravo, I think that 1-6 that went was a slow ball, or the penultimate ball. But otherwise there were couple of decent hits down the ground by Pollard and one by Hardik Pandya, which was just sheer power in spite of it being a full toss. So those things will happen in a T20 game. I don't think the idea was wrong to try and bowl the Yorker. Slow ball maybe, again, at that stage of the innings, avoidable, but you could say that Bravo bowls it really well. So, that's one of his strengths. So, he's a bowler you won't sort of be critical of for trying that slow ball because he does it quite well. No, I think Chennai will be quite happy. Yeah, okay. 145 would have looked even better, but I think most days, if you have 155 to chase in a T20 game, by the way, it's a slow wicket with a little bit of grip, but it's not a bad pitch. You'd be very happy as a bowling unit.
Okay, plenty questions coming in. We'll take one from Mohit Mahajan, and he wants to know, and I'll throw that to Shaun. Will Mumbai Seamers be the difference between the two sides today?
Could possibly.
It'll have to be.
Could possibly be. Look,
They were last time around these two
that's the
teams
thing,
met
so-
this IPL.
Yeah, I mean, Mumbai Seamers, a couple of better, especially death bowling in the world. But obviously Malinga, he's still going pretty well. The other thing, Malinga, he bowls on a wicket like this. I think he's going to bowl a lot of these change-up, grippy things. So he's going to be hard to play. And obviously Bumrah's a crafty bowler as well, bowls well at death. So right now, I still think Mumbai. Okay, they haven't got the biggest score, and it's not fantastic. But I think with their bowling, they can seriously defend this.
Ashish, sorry. Yeah.
So, I mean, Krunal might have to do a job today actually, with the way we've seen the first inning go. Obviously, I mean, if the Seamers get some early wickets, he may not be needed, but they've got only Chahar today. Am I forgetting any other spinner? Markande is not playing, so Krunal might have some. Anukul Roy, of course, we haven't seen a lot of him. He's the guy, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes because there is some help.
You clean Watson up. One of these seamers clean Watson up early.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a big difference to the game.
Okay. Ashish wants to know, I'll throw that to you, Ajit. Do you think Mumbai wasted Surya Kumar Yadav? I know we spoke about it in the pre-show that he's not getting the runs as fast as they would like, but in this sort of conditions, could have been the guy?
I think so. I think that's why. I mean, we were just talking off air. I was thinking, the start of the game, they got Evan Lewis in. It's a strange sort of selection for me. I mean, Mumbai usually get selections right because he's a top order batsman or opener. To then get him at number 3, maybe just because the ball's turning him. I mean, Tahir could very well bowl 6 googlies to him. And Santner's ball was gripping. So, what was the role? I mean, he had a couple of big shots against Tahir. But again, his strike rate wasn't great. I mean, 32 of 30 balls. Not accustomed to maybe coming down the order and playing that, in the middle part of the innings. Especially on this pitch. Mumbai, it may not have mattered as much. He gets pace on the ball. So that was a strange selection, and that's. I mean, Surya Kumar Yadav might have made a difference. I mean, he plays spin quite well, plays aggressively against it. I know it's hindsight right now. I mean, Evan Lewis caused.
That's our job. Talk in hindsight.
Yeah, no, but I thought Evan Lewis's selection was a bit strange, especially now that he didn't open. To find a spot for him, 3 wasn't in my opinion the greatest spot.
Okay, we're getting plenty of opinion here. This is Prateek. He says, watch out for Dhruv Shori. He knows a thing or two about this youngster, more than any of us do here in the studio. Okay, Kevin's got a question.
Is he as good as MS Dhoni?
No, I doubt anyone is as good as MS Dhoni. Okay, Kevin Rajput, he has a question for you, Shaun. It's very simple. Is it a good total on this track, whatever you've seen of it?
It's a very good question, actually. That's a magical question right now. I think, I think it's not a bad total on this track. Yep.
Okay, we're getting plenty of opinion. Most of those are saying Chennai will win easy. Some are saying Chennai will win in the 15th over. Some says, it's going to be not more than 5 wickets and Chennai will reach that. But I'm going to throw that question. Players are out, but I'll throw that question to you. What do you make of the total?
I don't think it's enough. But because Mumbai have a good seam attack, if they, like Shaun said, if they can get Watson specially cheaply, I mean, they'd ideally want 2 or 3 early. But if they can get Watson without scoring too many, that suddenly would start looking like a 170. I don't think that other players have the necessary sort of firepower. They are all good players, but Raina is the only other guy who can maybe take the attack. But Mumbai have got good bowlers. Depends also on how the spin goes. in the middle. But they need Watson out very quickly.
All right, as Ajit was also mentioning, the fast bowlers are going to be key for Mumbai Indians. Last time around, these two teams met. Mumbai Indians fast bowler did very well. The one fast bowler we haven't spoken about who did rather well in that match was Hardik Pandya. Picked up 3 wickets, including that of MS Dhoni. That's all that we have for you in this mid-inning show. We'll see you at the end of the game.